time. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Mike, 20. Watch the road, watch the road.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 19 carries, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Margus Hunt able to take him down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Mayfield. Incomplete. A look at the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They go play action. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
Check 20 for the 50.
To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
Big ass. 26.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And some room to roam now. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. A first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers gets it to Gordon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319.
On second and 9, Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. 36 yards on the play. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Now Bell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they come up now 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's got it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result. Usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Throw it, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. Now a pass complete to Hogan. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. A safety with a sack there. LaMarcus Joyner. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they... So they take a big chance here in their own territory. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes...
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Open man is Gordon, complete. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Rodgers now to throw. He gets it left side of Johnson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. That one good for 37 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it up.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A nice gain of 21 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
26.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Rodgers with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we have come to half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You're hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. They find some open field here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield getting it out left side to Sanu. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Vernon Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers to Gordon, out left. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tajay Sharp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
180. Watch the run. Kill.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's airing it out for Sanu, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
180. Check 53. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Ebron with it over the middle.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Eric Ebron with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
We got this.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Another throw on 2nd.